So, Mangala, Ayankalo, this is the time of the great blessing. Siddhartha Gautama Buddha, greatest son of the India. This is the holiest, greatest place of the four Buddha. Kaghusanda Buddha also defeated the Mara in this very place. Gauranagamana Buddha, Kaspa Buddha, and our Lord Buddha Gautama defeated the Mara in the same place. Therefore, this place, under this Mahabodhi tree, is the holiest place of the world. We can say this is the head of the Mother Earth. All of your holinesses, most venerable, international, Bhikkhu Sangha, and even the Bhikkhuni Sangha, Your Excellency, my dear brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, in this great occasion, we are very happy to be here under this Mahabodhi tree. Here, 4 Bodhi tree and 4 Buddhas already have taken place. We are very fortunate, we are very lucky to preserve Buddha's teaching. Through the 2,600 years journey of Buddha Dhamma, all of Theravada, Bhikkhu Sangha, Mahayana, Bhikkhu Sangha and Bhikkhuni Sangha, very respectfully, very highly preserved all Buddha's teaching. Therefore, we have today original teaching of the Lord Buddha, which is Tipitaka. 3 types of the words of the Buddha are entitled as a Tipitaka. They are the code of discipline, Vinaya Pitaka. The discourse of Sotanta, and the ultimate teaching, Abhidhamma. First of all, Vinaya namely dealt with the code of conduct, rules and regulations of monks and nuns, which are to be followed, to be refrained, to be observed, to be obeyed. Therefore, constitution and legislation are to be found in the Vinaya Pitaka. Second one, Sotanda, concerned chiefly with the way of life, men of a living being, the art of a living technique, how to solve the problems of human life, the way to live peacefully, happily, harmoniously. All of these techniques are mentioned in the Sutta Pitaka in detail. Therefore, it can be said here, it concerns not only with the holy life, with the exposition of the doctrine, but holy with the holy life, with the exposition of the doctrine, but also concerned with both the material and moral progress of lay follower. And that one, and last one, Abhidhamma, the course with a profound philosophy of Buddha's teaching, which is a truth and the realities, because it is investigate mind and matter, the two composite factor of the so-called being, has the better understanding of the thing as they truly are. In the year 623 BC, an Indian Siksha prince named Siddhartha Gautama was born at the Lumbini Garden in the Rupandehi district of Nepal, near Kapilavastu, in 588 BC. When he was at the age of 35, he totally eradicated all defilements, completely removed negativities from his life. He realized the ultimate truth and he attained the supreme enlightenment under this boat tree on the bank of river Niranjara, near Gaya, Uruvela forest and Bihara state. Bihar means the Bihar. So many monasteries, 84,000 monasteries were built King Emperor Ashoka in this state, Bihara state. Then he was known as the Buddha, the fully enlightened one. He lived for 48 years as a Buddha, ministered the humanity all over the world. When he was the age of 80, 543 BC, he finally passed away under the shady Meli Sala Grove, southwest corner of Kushinagara, nowadays in Uttar Pradesh of India. Therefore, this is the Holy Land. India is the land of religion. Within 48 years of a very successful ministry of the Buddha, out of his compassion, tirelessly, he traveled to different places and calmed down the burning heart of saying, Crimini, royal family, and people of the city, rich and poor, philosopher and scholar, being, philosopher and scholar, celestial being, Deva and Brahma, and different classes of a being in the world. He enlightened the ignorant, ennobled the lives of the deluded, purifying the corrupted lives of the criminal, encouraged the feeble, united the divided, clarifying the mystic, elevated the base, dignifying dignifying the noble. Vinaya, the discipline, the rules and regulation, and the constitution, legislation, Sotanda, the way of life, method of, technique of the liberation, Abhidhamma, the ultimate teaching, true nature of our life, intrinsic nature of phenomena of the world. All words of the Buddha come together within the scope of one word, Tipitaka Dhamma. Most venerable, Your Holinesses, my dear brothers and sisters, Your Excellency, today we all come and gather together in this great occasion on this very victory spot of the Mahabodhi tree. We all are unanimously, continuously chanting the Tipitaka, the three types of the words of the Lord Buddha. This continuously, unanimously chanting of the Tipitaka by all Theravada Buddhism is nothing but only is wisely reflection upon the dignity of the Dhamma. By chanting and reflecting, we are all highly honoring to the Buddha as well. Therefore, pioneously chanting always come together with spiritual training, wisely reflecting, but by doing this, no doubt, we all truly gain peace, happiness within our heart. By eradicating defilement to come extent. Your Holinesses, most venerable, ladies and gentlemen, and Your Excellency. There are many references, a story found in Theravada Tipitaka, that by Tipitaka chanting, one can gain enlightenment and liberation from the cycle of a continuity of a sorrow and suffering. In another way, here we can say that the chanting implies to rehearing. Rehearance implies to remembrance. Remembrance implies to reconfirmation of the Tipitaka. Reconfirmation to restoration. After the demise of the Lord Buddha, within 2,600 years of the Buddha Sasana, there had been 6 Buddhist councils. The first, second, and 3 councils are India. 4th council was in Sri Lanka. 5th and 6th, 2 councils in Myanmar. By the most venerable Arhat, venerable Markaspa, venerable Ananda, venerable Ubali, etc., are not only for purpose of restoration, but also for the purpose of rehearance, reconfirmation. Therefore, these 3 works play a vital role of Theravada Buddhism. As a result, on this victory spot of Mahabodhi, we, all of us today, follow exactly the footsteps of those Arahantera, to the best of our ability. Most venerable, Your Holinesses, my dear brothers and sisters, Your Excellency, on this victory spot, Mahabodhi and Bodhagaya, just as our Lord Buddha had defeated the 5 kinds of Mara here on this very spot, so too, previous Buddha, the Kagusanda, Konagamana, and Kaspa, Buddhas also defeated the same 5 kinds of Mara in this very spot. This is the victory spot all over the world. Therefore, these victory spots where the 4 Buddha had defeated the 5 kinds of Mara under the 4-body tree became the unique, very special spot unconquered by any enemies. Accordingly, this victory spot, it's honor as the head of Mother Earth. On this victory spot, the 4 Buddha, by chanting the Holy One Tipitaka, or Buddhas, by celebrating the one time a year consecration, our heart with faith and wisdom will get full of joy and happiness, pamaucha, which cannot be measured, which cannot be valued by any other educated people. The joy and happiness learning from the chanting of the Tipitaka had to develop tranquility and peace of mind. The mind full of joy, full of happiness, full of tranquility, full of peace, becomes stronger, becomes stable, becomes powerful. The strong, stable, powerful mind can sharpen the penetrative wisdom which can realize ultimate truth, reality, and ultimately Nibbana. Consequently, the Tipitaka chanted lead to reherence, reherence lead to remembrance, remembrance lead to reflection, reflection lead to understanding of the truth, and the understanding of the truth to realizations of ultimate truth, which is Nibbana. Your Holinesses, most venerable ladies and gentlemen, my dear brothers and sisters, Your Excellency, in my conclusion, I would like to express my deepest wishes to all of you. Therefore, all of the Theravada monks, Mahayana monks, and the pious devoted donor from not only the Myanmar, but also from all other Buddhist countries, the wholeheartedly participant of Your Excellency, Bihar State Governor, Bihara State Governor, and member of Indian government, by the power of this sublime Tipitaka Dhamma, all of beloved Dhamma brothers and sisters who gather together in this great occasion, on this victory spot, for the sake of Tipitaka chanting, May all of you solve the problems of the life by the power of Tipitaka Dhamma. May all of you overcome difficulty, sorrow and suffering in this very life by the power of this Tipitaka. May all of you understand truth, reality of the life by the power of remembrance of this Tipitaka Dhamma. May all of you gain ultimate peace and happiness. May you be happy, healthy, peaceful as a full moon. May this Tipitaka Dhamma prevail and it is present purity in every corner of the world. Thank you very much. We recite together to pay our homage to the holy body tree and the supreme enlightenment, the Buddha, saying the three-type Namo Tassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saranam gacchāmi, Dhammam saranam gacchāmi, Sangham saranam gacchāmi, Tutiyampi Buddham saranam gacchāmi, Tutiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchāmi, Tutiyampi Sangham saranam gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Buddham saranam gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchāmi,
Tatiyampi Sangham Saranam Gacchami. Sadhu, sadhu.
Venerable friend in the Dhamma, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so happy, so enjoying participation in this great occasion of the Tipitaka chanting. Tipitaka means only the teaching of the Lord Buddha. 3 types of Buddha's words are preserved in this Tipitaka: discipline, legislation, constitutions of Bhikkhu Sangha, Bhikkhuni Sangha organization, rules and regulations for monks, nuns and novices are included in the very beautiful word which is Vinaya. In summary, I would like to interpret what does Vinaya means. Vinaya means a discipline not to do any evil and not to speak any evil. This is the meaning of Vinaya. And the second, Sotanda. Sotanda means, in my opinion, I would like to interpret. Sotanda means the way of living for all beings, not only for the Buddhists, but also for all human beings. Anyone can practice and follow the technique expounded by the Buddha himself in Sotanta Pitaka. For example, Satipatthana. Satipatthana means controlling. In the very beginning of a Satipatthana technique, just control the mental activity, not to think any evil. This is very basic in Satipatthana. Contemplating on the body and bodily activity. Contemplating on the feeling, 3 kinds of feeling. Contemplating on the thoughts, many types, many kinds of thought. Contemplating on the nature of mind and matter. 4 types of contemplation technique, it is called Satipatthana. Everyone, anyone, even the non-religious people, they can practice and follow. Religion for worship, Dhamma for practice. In the religion, there are 3 main things. There are only the 3 main things: belief and God, Goddess. So, and worship to those imaginary gods. Prayer. These 3 things are meaning of religion. Religion is a Dhammas are very different. Dhamma is identified in everyone. In the very beginning, I explained very briefly what does Vinaya or what does mean Sila. Discipline to control the body and speech. Everyone. Anyone, every believer, they must control their bodily action and verbal action. not to do any evil, not to speak any evil. If they can abstain from all evil, they can become good person. If you are Christian, you can become good Christian. If you are Islam, you can become good Islam. And the Sautanta Bidika, the way of life, the art of living, how to live happily, how to die, the art of dying, how to die free from sorrow. This is the meaning of the Dhamma, art of living, art of dying, way of life, how to liberate it from sorrow and suffering. It is a real meaning of the Dhamma. Therefore, all of these techniques and the way, all of the way of the Dhamma are expounded completely in the Sautanta Pitaka. You see, and the first discourse of the Lord Buddha is founded in Adhyabaniya Varanasi. In this discourses, only three main things. To avoid the two extremes, as a seeker after the liberation, he must avoid two extremes. Everyone, they shall avoid any extreme. Extreme is a very dangerous for the people, for the being. Buddha is a wonderful Buddha. He taught in the very beginning, you shall refrain from all extreme. And the second, you shall go through the middle way. Middle way. In this middle way, three things are only included. Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. Sila means a discipline, bodily discipline, verbal discipline. Samadhi is a mental discipline not to think any evil. Your mind, our mind look like a monkey. You need to control the mind monkey not to think any evil. Now we are sitting under the sacred body tree, your mind jump out. No? Traveling around the world. Even mind said, I'm thinking tomorrow what I have to travel. Therefore, in the first discourse of the Lord Buddha, no? Go through the middle way, avoiding the two extreme. Middle way means Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. Discipline to control body and speech. Samadhi means a mental discipline to control my monkey, not to think any evil. Evil thoughts are three, according to the Pali literature. Kama Sankappa, Vyavara Sankappa, and Vihesa Sankappa. The thought of a sensual pleasure, the thought of covetousness, and the thought of cruelty. Do not think, just control the mind. We need to establish a pure thought, a pure thinking within our heart. This is a second stage in Buddha's teaching, the Samadhi. In another way, we can say stability of the mind. Mental stability is very powerful to shape our mind, to penetrate the truth. Unstable mind never penetrates the realities and truth. As long as we cannot understand the true nature and realistic nature within ourselves, we cannot be liberated. I believe in all of you. You are searching for liberation from the bondage of the kilesa. You are searching for the liberation from the cycle and recycle of the sorrow and suffering. I believe you are searching for the emancipation from the bondage of the thirsty craving. So as a seeker after the truth, we must establish stability of the mind. In Buddhist language, it is called samadhi. Samadhi is not religion. It is not a god, goddess. But it is human nature. Every human being can practice and follow samadhi, mental stability, controlling the mental activity, and a higher state in that state, panya. Panya means understanding the true nature and realistic nature. Panya, pa, and nya. According to our Pali grammar, pa means detail, precisely. Nya means understand. We must try to understand ourselves, what I am. This is a panya. As long as we do not understand what I am, it is very difficult to be liberated from sorrow and suffering. I want to tell you one example. Inside of this car, what is it? Everyone going to say water. You don't have panya. No tea. My BSO said, this is the water. Everyone used to say, this is the water. Conventional too, it is okay, water. Everyone convene. Everyone agree, this is the water. Everyone agree. But from the realistic standpoint, it is not a water. Realities are not water. You can ask a scientist, they're going to say H2O, no water. If you get divided into two elements, one element is hydrogen, another element oxygen. If we can divide it into two elements, water disappears. This is a compounded thing, compound. But if you show this cup of water to our Lord Buddha, Buddha will say, hey, it is no water, it is no, not only the oxygen and hydrogen. Buddha will say, I feel the smell. Taste. Smell, taste. What is it in Bali language? Taste, rasa. Smells, ganda. It has some kind of a color. Onna, ganda, rasa, including the nutrient action in the water. Onna, ganda, rasa, oja. How many material elements? 4 material elements. We can divide it more and more nature of the water. This is the liquid, liquidity, fluidity. As easy to understand, this is abodhatu. When we touch in the very beginning, cool. Keep on touching, gradually, cold nature that disappear and warm nature's coming. Cool and warm. Cool and warm. Sometimes maybe hot. This is a tejo dhatu. Included. Abo dhatu. Tejo dhatu. And then nature was shaken also included. Vayo dhatu. You put this cup of the water into the deep freezer. 1 or 2, 3 hours later, you can take out, look at. It is a totally changed into hardness nature like a stone. Patavi dhatu. How many material elements are compounded in the water? 8 material quality. In the Abhidhamma, Buddha expounded Atta Kalapa. Atta Kalapa. 8 material qualities are compounded in this water. As long as we do not understand the true nature of the water, realistic nature of this water, it is very difficult to remove the Mesa deity. So what I am, what you are, we must ask many questions and investigate from feet to head. We must investigate ourselves from feet to head, from head to feet. In this very fathom long body, Odang Keda Madaga Ado Bada Dala Imadamayewa Galewari Byama Dida Winyanagi Managi, etc. Buddha expounded many sutra. So we need to learn the Penya, Buddhist education. This is a Buddhist education, searching for truth, searching for reality. This is the main thing in the Penya. Buddha expounded Eightfold Noble Path in Dharmacakkappavattana Sutra. Eightfold Noble Path we can summarize into 3 groups, no? Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. Sila means a discipline to control speech and bodily action. Do not speak any evil. Telling lie, harsh language, fribula talk, pain talk, useless speech, malicious speech, etc. Not to do any evil, not to kill any living being, not to take anything others' property, not given by owner. Arina dana viramani sekhavran smariyami. So, the way of life, how to liberate from sorrow and suffering. The technique, searching for truth and reality. These techniques and way are expounded in the Suttanta Pitaka. It is not a religion. Religion just a mere belief and worship and prayer. I want to tell you what then. I believe the Dhamma. I believe the Dhamma. Never learning, never practicing, never understanding, never training. Just mere belief in Dhamma. What happened in you? Nothing. I worship the Dhamma. I worship the Dhamma. What happened? Nothing happened. Just mere belief, just mere worship. Just a prayer. May I be liberated from sorrow and suffering by the power of a Dhamma. Never liberated. So I would like to urge all of my dear brothers and sisters, gathered under the great holiness of a holy tree. On the victory spots, 4 Buddhas are victory spots are here. We are gathering in this holy place. Please learn the first. Second, practice. And third one, understand. According to the monastic state education system, we can say Briyati, no? Learning. Patipatti is the practice. Pativeda, understanding and penetration. This is our task. These are our function. These are our duty. 3 things. Learning, practicing, and understanding, penetration. So Sotanda means the way of life. In the Sotanda, so many techniques Buddha expounded, searching for realities and truth. Even in the first discourse, Buddha said 3 main things: avoiding the two extreme, following the middle path, penetration the 4 noble truth. This is the essence of Dhammacakka Putana Sutra. Second discourse, Anatta. So all of my dear brothers and sisters, Tipitaka, no? Vinaya, discipline. Sotanda, way of life or technique, how to search for truth and liberation. And last one, Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma is not conventional truth, but it is ultimate truth, ultimate reality. And this is human world. This is a word that everyone agree. Nobody deny. But in the Dhamma side, it is no water. 8 material qualities are compound. This is Abhidhamma. So learning the Abhidhamma is very important. Why? As long as we do not understand the nature of Abhidhamma, from head to head, this is a compound. 27 material qualities in each one, not 28. If you do have 28, you may be Upadobhi. 27, we possess material quality. No? Mental states are 52. Consciousness are not 89. Now we do not yet possess Lokottara consciousness 8. 8 kinds of Lokottara consciousness we do not possess it yet now. So Lokiya consciousness only now we possess. Ceta, Cetasika, and Rupa. These are mind and matter, Nama and Rupas, systematically organized and compound in this very feather-long body. This is the book of Abhidhamma. So I would like to ask all of my dear brother in this gathering, please learn the Abhidhamma. In the very beginning, we're going to read a book, Abhidhamma book, but later on, we must read our body from head to head. What I am, we must look. We must investigate, we must analyze within ourselves how many mind, matter, materialities are compounded. So, Vinaya, Sautara, and Abhidhamma. Vinaya means a discipline. Sautara means many techniques how to search for the truth and reality. Abhidhamma is a realistic nature and true nature within ourselves. These are called three Pitaka. When our Lord Buddha attained the enlightenment, became the Buddha under this sacred body tree, he spent 1 week sitting in deep meditation, enjoying the bliss of liberation under the body tree for 1 week. Around this Mahabodhi tree, many human beings were living around the Mahabodhi tree. Nobody knows this is Buddha. After 1 week living under the Bodhi tree, Buddha moved to the northeast corner on this a little hill. Above the hill, Buddha standing for 7 days, gazing at the Mahabodhi tree, enjoying the bliss of liberation, Vimoti Sukha Pati Samvedi. Nobody knows this is the Buddha. After 2nd week, Buddha moved down to the north of this Mahabodhi, walking from east to west for 7 days, enjoying the bliss of liberation, Vimoti Sukha Pati Samvedi. Nobody knows this is a Buddha. After that week, Buddha moved to the north, little far, lived in the jewelry house, built by the deities, donated by deities. Buddha contemplated the Abhidhamma for 7 days. 6 kind of radiance came up from the Buddha's body, separate all over the world. The world is totally blind. Nobody knows. This is a Buddha. These radiance are coming out from the Buddha's body. Nobody knows. After 4 weeks, Buddha moved to the east of the Bodhi tree, maybe about 100 yards far from Bodhi tree, a Japala tree. This is a wonderful week and 5th. Under the Japala tree, Buddha spent 5th week for 7 days. Buddha living together with the goalkeeper, cow-keeper. Oh, many cow-heart. Goalkeeper also staying together with the Buddha. Raining start. Storm also started. Buddha so suffering under this Japala tree, living together with the many goalkeeper. Nobody knows this is a Buddha. Only one Brahmin goalkeeper approached to the Buddha and asked one question. You are very beautiful, very lovely. You are maybe very sharp. You have really sharp wisdom. I want to ask one question. Can you answer me? Buddha said, yes, I am ready to answer. This Brahmin asked the question. Oh, I am a Brahmin caste. What does mean the Brahma? What does the meaning of the Brahmin? Answer this question. He himself was a Brahmin caste, but he doesn't understand meaning of his life. totally blind. The whole world is totally blind. Buddha gave answer. If someone totally destroying the lova, dosha and moha, 3 kilesa, 3 defilement, 3 root of all evil, akusala mula, lova, dosha and moha, akusala mula, you always say chant and hetu pachiyo, no? These 3 things are evil hetu, evil causes. Causes for the evil deed, evil speech, evil thought, lova. If this agree motivated your thought, our thought, the thought become evil thought. Lova or dosha or moha, or these 3 evil mental states motivated our thought, evil speech, evil deed. Therefore, we should remove this evil root, greed, hatred, and delusion. If we can totally destroy these 3 evil root of all evil deed, speech, greed, hatred, delusion, etc., our thought, our speech, our deed become good. Therefore, Buddha gave an answer. Hey, someone who can destroy lova, dosha and moha, he is a real Brahmin. Buddha answer, Ariya Brahmana. But this Brahmins are Samudhi Brahmana. Oh, who pay, do you understand? Maybe true, go away. He didn't pay even his respect. He didn't donate any food to the Buddha. Buddha, without sleeping, without eating, spent for 7 weeks around the Bodhi tree. No? Buddha moved to the south of the Bodhi tree, under the Mochalinda tree, on the bank of lake, one tree, it is called Mochalinda. Buddha spent under the rain, under the wind. Nobody knew this is a Buddha. Nobody came and offered a single umbrella. Nobody understand to give the shelter from the pond, from the lake. In Naga, dragon come out. Buddha sitting under the Mochalinda tree, so suffering. Nobody give the shelter, nobody taking care, nobody give even the umbrella. Oh, this Naga came out from the lake around the Buddha. He quining, no? His body, and then above the Buddha he gave the shelter to protect the wind and rain. Even the Naga understand this is a Buddha around this Bodhi tree. Sujata village. What is the name of Sujata village? Sena Nigama. Many villagers. Gaya. City also, not more than 30 kilometers. Very close. Nobody knows this is a Buddha. After 6 weeks spent under the Mochalinda tree, Buddha moved to the Rajarana tree again. Spent for 7 days in Rajarana tree. Altogether, 7 weeks, how many days? 49 days spent around the Bodhi tree from full moon day of Vaisakha, almost close to the full moon day of July. No? Buddha spent here a long time. Nobody knows this is a Buddha. Nobody knows this is a Dhamma. Now what I mean, all of my dear brothers and sisters, now we are gathered in great occasion to chant the Buddha's words around the Mahabodhi tree. Do not satisfy just a mere chanter. But I would like to ask all of you, try to learn, try to understand detail. When Buddha ready to move to Sarana Dhyapa, Buddha Atta, Andi Buddha Ayang Loko, the whole world is totally blind. They have only the physical eye, but they don't have the eye of wisdom. They can see the Buddha, cannot see the Buddha. They have only physical ear, but they don't have wisdom ear. So we must try to learn this Tipitaka to attain the eye of wisdom and eye of wisdom and ear of wisdom. It is very important. This is my present all of you, to all of you today in this great gathering. We must try to learn first, practice a second, and that one trying to understand. 3 stages in Buddha's dispensation, we have to do our duty. Through the 2,500 years, 600 years of journey of this Dhamma, from Ananda, Magasva, Ubali, etc., up to our age, by learning, by practicing, by understanding. These 3 tasks are preservation of Tipitaka Dhamma, preservation, protection, promotion also. This is our duty. All of my dear brothers and sisters, in the very beginning I encourage all of my dear brothers and sisters in this great gathering. What does a Tipitaka mean? Tipitaka means only the Dhamma. What does a Dhamma mean? Dhamma means humanism. Every human being can practice and follow. It is neither religious system nor a only philosophical system, but also it is learning system, training system, and understanding system. You can understand easily sila, not to do any evil, control the body, not to speak any evil, to control the mouth, not to think any evil, control the mental activity. Try to penetrate into the deeper levels of the mental, physical body, search for true nature and realistic nature. This is the Panya. Very different from religion. Sometimes we used to say, our Lord Buddha looked like a great physician. Tipitakas look like a prescription. prescription. Dhamma, Sila Samadhi Pinya, it is like medicine. We are sick being. We have many diseases. Greed, it is one kind of a disease. Hatred, it is also one kind of a disease. Delusion, Asa, Machariya, jealous, stingy, bright, all our defilement, kilesa are our disease, mental disease. We are, you are, really sick person. We must search for the physician. Physician means Lord Buddha. We must read the prescription given by the great physician. If you do have some physical disease, you go to the doctor. You go to the doctor and show. Doctors are checking many things, using the many equipment. After checking, testing, using the many equipment, and write down on the paper, so and so. This is a seed disease, this is the root of a disease, this is a down, this is a do. This is a medicine, you take it 3 times. In the morning, 3 tablets, in the afternoon 4 tablets, and in the evening, so and so, etc. Write down many prescription, and then you go to the drug store, medical store, and purchase medicine. When you arrive back at your home, you are monastic. First of all, you must read the prescription given by the physician. Read the prescription. Great physician. I worship the great physician. I believe the great physician. Really doctor, really expert. Prescription also. Best in the world. Very good prescription. Reading up and down. And sleeping. Never take the medicine. Going to die. Nowadays, in Buddhist world, Theravada and Mahayana, most of Buddhist people worship great physician, the Buddha. Okay. Very high degree, they are worship. Reading the prescription. Ewa me sudan egan samya from beginning to the end, reading again and again. We need to learn. We need to practice. Actual practice is eating the real medicine. Actual practice, we need to actually practice. Really practice, really train it. It is really eating the medicine. Now most of Buddhists worship the Buddha, physician, it's okay. Very high degree. Puja everywhere. Reading the prescription also is okay. But never take the medicine. Sila, it is primary medicine. No? If you do follow the Sila, bodily disease, bodily disease, evil deed, evil speech, gone. Because you eat the Sila medicine, no? Evil deed, evil speech, gone. If you practice Samadhi, mean you eat the Samadhi medicine. Samadhi medicine, if you eat this as Samadhi medicine, 5 kinds of nivarana, evil thought, this is some kind of disease, gone. Please eat medicine, Sila, Samadhi and Panya. Highest, very powerful medicine means the Vipassana. Vipassana is not really difficult. Just sit in, just observe what I am. This is the very beginning, starting point of Vipassana. Just sit in, just observe what I am. Little upgrade. What is happening in this very physical body from feet to head? Just observe and investigate. Little upgrade. Analyze. This is Vipassana. Only in the Buddha we can find this highest medicine to remove all kind of root of all diseases, which are greed, hatred, and delusion. Vipassana medicine is very, very powerful to remove all kind of root of all diseases. Lava, dosha, moha. No? These are root of all kind of medicine. Lava, greed, dosha, hatred and anger, delusion, ignorance. We are Buddhists. These teachings are Buddha's teaching. As a Buddhist follower of the Buddha's teaching, therefore we have these greed, hatred, delusion. It is totally wrong. Even the non-follower of the Buddha, everyone, they have lobha, dosha, moha. Anyone, everyone, Christian, Islam, Hindu, Jewish, non-believer, anyone, even the communists, they have greed, hatred, delusion. This is universal. If these are universal, Vipassana also must be universal. Therefore, we can say universalism. Yesterday, under the Bodhi tree, governor of the Bihar, he said, universal humanism. Very beautiful word. He said here, Buddhism is a universal humanism. Very wonderful words. We must learn to understand such a kind of a beautiful of the teaching of the Lord Buddha. So Buddha spent 49 days, 7 weeks around the Bodhi tree. Nobody knows this is a Buddha, because all of us human beings around the Bodhi tree, they don't have it. Two things, the ear of wisdom and eye of wisdom. They do not have. They are Buddha Atta, Andi Buddha Ayang Logo. The whole world is totally blind. He searched for people who can accept Buddha's teaching. Therefore, he traveled almost 255 miles from Bodhi tree to Dhyapa. In this, the Dhyapa Buddha started to turn his wheel. I want to repeat, to avoid the two extremes, to follow the middle path, understand the four number 2. This is the essence of Dharma Chakkapada Sutra. From that day up to the Parinibbana, Buddha traveled in this land of religion which is India. At the age of 80, he prepared his last day at the southwest corner of Kushinagar, Mala state, now it is Uttar Pradesh of India. He lying down on the bed between the sala tree. This one also, great gathering. Last day, in the last day, all over Brahma, all over Deva, all over Brahmin, all over Katiya, all over Vasa, all over Soda, all of the living beings are coming gathered together to pay their last homage. In this great gathering also, Buddha said his last word. Handa Dani Bhikkhave Amandayami Won Vayadama Thingkara Abhama Dena Tambarita. This is the last one. Under this Mahabodhi tree. What Buddha? We can say said, but never said. Just mentally uttered. Mentally only, in his heart, just uttered. The voice not came out because all of the people around the Bodhi trees are blind. They do not understand what Buddha uttered. Therefore, Buddha never take out his voice, just utter in his heart. Aneka, Jadi, Sansara, etc. No, utter in here. This is the first word of the Lord Buddha. Last one in Southwest Kushinagara. I would like to summarize what does it mean in first word of the Lord Buddha under this tree. Aneka Jadi Sansaran, and so long. Continuity of birth and death, the sorrow and suffering. So long. Cycle of the recycle of the continuity of a sorrow and suffering, which is a samsara. I wander about and so long because I search for who built this house of the body full of sorrow and suffering. I can't find out the maker of this body, doer of this body, and that is a creator of this body. Not find him, but the searching, not finding. Therefore I wander long in the long samsara. Samsara means cycle and recycle of sorrow and suffering. Cycle and recycle of the birth and death, birth and death. I wonder from life to life. I cannot find out who make, who create, who did this body full of sorrow and suffering. I cannot find out. Now, under this tree, I find out maker and doer of this body. This is the tanha, craving. How many kinds of tanha? We should not analyze NDD. 108 tanha, no? In Abhidhamma. We say only the tanha. In Dharma Seka, 3 kinds of tanha. Kama tanha, Bhava tanha, Upa tanha, Dharma Seka. In the other sutra, Sanyuta Nikaya, Nidana Sutra, Yupadana, Sadadana, Gandadana, Yadadana, Buddhavadana, different kinds of dana. We shall not analyze detail here. I must go to the theater. Culture dancing. No? Buddhist culture dancing, the waiting, the Seattle. Therefore, mine is a monkey. Teaching here, thinking there. Therefore, we need to control this mind monkey. In my conclusion, I would like to 2 words. First one of the Lord Buddha, no? Who make this body full of sorrow and suffering? This is the craving, tanha. Now, I destroy all of Tanna totally without exception, uprootedly, and remove all of Tanna. Associations of Tanna, Avijja and Kama, etc. Everything was totally destroyed by the power of Bodhi Jnana. Buddha uttered here under this Bodhi tree. Therefore, I attain the noun Tananankaya Majjaka. This is a very beautiful word. Tananankaya Majjaka. Tananankaya Majjaka. Tananang Tanado Ikayang Gongjingo. Ahangadi Isaka Yavi in Burmese translation. I attain the cessation of the craving. I attain the cessations of craving. Hate craving. You have no more chance, no more power to beat this house of suffering again. I am destroying all of your company. You also totally was destroying. I attain Tananang Kaya Majjaka. Tananang Kaya Majjaka means I attain the cessations of craving. This is our main purpose. No? Learn in the Tipitaka, recite in the Tipitaka, practice in the Dhamma. What is the purpose of Buddha's dispensation? Tananam Kaya Majjaka. Your purpose, our golden destination, your golden destination means cessations of craving. Maybe you can say our golden destination means a Nibbana. What does the Nibbana mean? In the Abhidhamma thing, you can read. You have already learned. No? Nibbana. Wana Sankhadaya Tanaya Nikandada Nibbanandi Bhavojati. Nururatira wrote in Abhidhamma Sangha. Emancipation from the craving, liberation from the bondage of nasty craving, attainment of the cessations of the Nibbana. Attainment of the cessations of the craving. This is the Nibbana. Nibbana. Ni means a no. Nothing. No more. Vana means the craving. No more craving. All of our cravings are totally ceased, totally destroyed. This is a Nibbana. Therefore, not necessary to wait until the death. If you can remove your tanna totally without exception, uprootedly here, you can do the Nibbana. And this is very light. This is a really secret place. No? Buddha totally removed so many kinds of tanna uprootedly here. Holy place. So first word of the Lord Buddha, I want to tell only one sentence, not the whole stanza. Tananam Kaya Majjaka. This is the first word of the Lord Buddha utter here. You should recite this beautiful word. Follow after me. Tananam Kaya Majjaka. Tananam Kaya Majjaka. Tananam Kaya Majjaka. This is international essence. This year's Myanmar year. Tipitaka chanting is Myanmar year. Myanmar essence. Dananan Kaya Mizaga Myanmar essay. Dananan Kaya Mizaga. International essay Majaka. Only the pronunciations are different, meanings are same. Repeat again. And international essay. Dananan Kaya Majaga. Dananan Kaya Majaga. Dananan Kaya Majaga. Meaning, I attain the cessation of craving. It is the root of all kind of suffering. Dukkha Tissa. Samudaya Satya. Dukkha Satya. Samudaya Satya. Two noble truth. Dukkha means that this body full of sorrow and suffering. Jadi. Risings of the aggregate. Jara. Decays of this aggregate. Vyadi. Disease of this Rupakhanda. Marana. Totally destroying of this five aggregate. These four kinds are called dukkha. Khanda and dukkha. Dukkha and khanda are no different same. In Samyutta Nikaya, Buddha expounded. Dukkhandi khanda panchaka. Dukkha means five kinds of aggregate. If we want to liberate it from such a kind of a dukkha, we must cut uprootedly this tanha. It is a samudaya satya. Therefore, Buddha uttered here very beautiful word. I attain the cessation of craving. Attainment of a cessation of craving means attainment of the cessation of suffering dukkha. No? Under this body tree. And go when they travel for 45 years. Buddha said last day, southwest corner of Kushinagara, within the Sala Grove. In this great gathering, Sariputta Moggallana already passed Nibbana. Buddha said last day, Ananda, Anuruddha were cheap. Buddha said last day. In this great gathering, 700,000 Buddhist monks are gathered together to pay their last homage. Countless number of deity is supreme deity also gathering. In this gathering, Buddha said his last word. Vaya Dhamma Sankara Abhamadena Sambarita. It is the last word. This is the first word. No? Last word. I want to repeat again. Vaya Dhamma Sankara Abhamadena Sambarita. Please chant all together to pay our homage to the Buddha. Vaya Dhamma Sankara Abhamadena Sambarita. Vaya Dhamma Sankara Abhamadena Sambarita. Vaya Dhamma Sankara Abhamadena Sambarita. Vaya Dhamma Sankara. Sankara is a compounded thing. You understand compound, no? From feet to head. This is compound. 27 rupa and 52 cetasika, 81 consciousness are compounded. Look like a water, look like a flower. Compounded thing. In this compounded thing, they have momentally changing. Sankhara, Vayadama. Vayadama means it momentally changing, constantly flux in this very fathom body. But we do not understand. We can't see anything because we are blind. We are under the cover of avijja. We should discover this avijja. We should replace in the place of avijja with wisdom. No? To replace in the place of avijja, we must learn practice. This is Dibirga. So, Vayarama Sankhara means all compounded and conditioned things has their nature which is constantly flux, momentally change. Sankhara, nature of Sankharas, momentally changing, constantly flux, like the water in the river flowing, momentally changing. We must focus. This is the nature of a compound thing. This is the vipassana. So to see this nature of a sankhara, apamadena sambarita. Apamada means a sati. In Sutanda, in many places the Buddha expounded apamada. But in the Abhidhamma, essence of apamada is sati. Sati does, it is a function, at least two. Number one, sati. What is it? It is a function. It does to govern the mind-monkey mental activity. To control the mental activity. Oh, guardian of the mind. Sati means the guardian of the mind. We have the six kind of a gate. Through these six kind of a gate, six kind of enemy used to come in. We must post it our guardian in every gate. Look like the four gate of this Mahabodhi. Government posted the guardian, police guardian with a gun. Therefore, we must post it our guardian, ear gate, eye gate, nose gate, no, etc. Six kind of a gate. Sati is a very power to guard in this gate to protect, not to come enemy. Rupa Ramana, Satta Ramana, etc. Not to come in. Protection. Therefore, sati is very powerful to protect the enemy not to come into the six kind of a gate. This is our capital. This is our city. This is our house. No? We set up six kind of gate. We should post sati as a guardian to protect enemy. Apamadena sambarita. The first stage. And second, sati, discover the nature of mental physical quality. The nature of a mental physical quality. Realistic nature of a mental physical quality. Sati is a very power to discover the nature of a mental physical quality. If you focus your mind on the tip of a nose tree, in the very beginning you will see the nose and breath. Nose and breath. Sometimes you can focus on the nose. Sometimes our focusing voice changes breath. Sometimes the breath is going out, coming in. Later on. Bhavita Bhulikita, no, do not forget. Practice again and again. Later on we come to know automatically. We leave breath, we leave nostril. We can focus on the touching place. In Pali language, it is called Potokasa. You see, Visuddhi Mega. Anapanasati native sama. Potokasa. Potokasa means a touching place where the breath and nostrils are touching always. In this touching nature, on this touching nature, we must focus with the mindfulness. Practice Bhavita Bhuligata long time. Later on, automatically we come to understand touching. What are the touching? Sometimes we will feel the hot or cool like a water. Hot, cool, or tejodat. Sometimes flowing out liquid, potat. Sometimes stiffness in, sometimes grossness and softness, hardness and nature, or patavidat. Sometimes shaking and moving. Vayodat. 4 great primary elements are discovered by the power of sati. So the sati does a 2 functions now. Number 1, just control and guard the mind monkey, not to come any enemy from outside into our door. Second, discover nature of 4 great primary elements. Patavi, grossness and softness. If we feel hot or cold, this is a tej or dhatu. If we feel liquid, apata. If we feel shaking and moving, vayo dhatu. These 4 are called great because they have huge enormous power. When they are balanced, we are comfortable. When they are balanced, we are comfortable. Going to Sukha Virana. Sometimes they get out of balance, unbalanced. Oh, so suffering. Therefore, they have 2 great enormous power. When they are balanced, they have constructive power. Because of constructive power, we are happy, comfortable, sukha. When they get out of balance, because of unbalance, destructive power comes in. And that are disease, decay, dissolution, changing, and die. So we must look. They are constructive power and destructive power. When they balance, what do they have? Constructive power. When they get out of balance, what power? Destructive power. No? So we must discover under the power of sati these 4 great primary elements in balance and unbalance. This is the starting point of vipassana. This is our golden aim and object. In this Buddha's dispensation, we have to do appamadena sambharita. You must watch, you must look, you must observe. You are compound thing, conditional thing from feet to head. In this very long body, they have nature of sankhara, which is constantly flux, constantly changing. To understand this nature, we must have sati. Therefore, Buddhas said, appamadena sambharita. Meaning, focus, nature of compounded and conditioned thing, to remove totally without exception uprootedly, root of suffering, which is a tanha. If you want to attain the cessations of craving, we must have apamada. What is it? Apamada. First one, cessations of craving. Last one, apamadena sambarita. No? This is my present. All of my dear brothers and sisters, gathered under the great Bodhi tree, holy, sacred Mahabodhi tree, where the poor Buddha totally destroying the root of all kind of suffering, which are tanha. So, in conclusion, we're going to recite first one of the Buddha 3 times. Tananang kaya majjaga, tananang kaya majjaga, tananang kaya majjaga. Last one. Vaya dhamma sankhara apamadena sambarita. Vaya dhamma sankhara apamadena sambarita. Vaya dhamma sankhara apamadena sambarita. All of my dear brothers and sisters, to attain the cessations of craving, to attain the nibbana, to eradicate the tanha uprootedly, totally without exception, we must mindful. With the mindfulness, we should focus on this very feather-long body, which is Sankhara. Sankhara means a compounded and conditioned thing. It has nature constantly flux, momentally changing. This is our focusing point. Apamadena sambarita. Thank you very much. On fifth, tomorrow 4, no tomato here. On fifth, under this body tree, all of Burmese people, Myanmar people, I would like to cordially invite, please transfer this message to all of our residents, all of our monastery, all of our hotel. Come gather together on fifth, 9 ရက်နေ့ညနေနော်6နာရီလာရပြီးတော့စုကြပါနော်မြန်မာလိုဟောပါမယ် I would like to preach again in Burmese, special Burmese people, special Dhamma talk. Thank you very much. Theater. Thank you one more, no? Thank you one more, okay.